The Horn Frog Podcast. Let's talk sports with Coach Dub. The Horn Frog Podcast. Good morning, gentlemen. It's Coach Dub coming to you live from downtown Fort Worth with your Horn Frog Podcast, Week 1, Year 14. This episode of your Horn Frog Podcast is brought to you proudly by 1835 Bourbon, Texan made, Texan proud, 1835 Bourbon. Come and take it. Just going to share a little news with you starting in the week 2. For week 1, I will start going back to the players of the week for all the conferences, so you got that to look forward to. But right now, I'm going to break down the TCU versus FIU game that they played in Fort Worth. It was a bad game for TCU as FIU outscored them 17-14 in the first quarter, and the defense could not stop the FIU offense, who had 371 total yards of offense on the day, 76 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. They also threw the ball 39 times for 1 passing touchdown and 295 yards through the air against the TCU defense. The TCU defense struggled against them mightily in the first half, but on the day, they held them to 6-13 for 46% on third down. And that was about the highlight of the day as the FIU defense showed up and almost out-sacked the TCU defense. TCU had 6 sacks on the day. FIU had 5. Now looking at the TCU offense on the day, they put up 598 yards of total offense. They had 28 first downs. They rushed the ball 24 times for 278 rushing yards and 5 rushing touchdowns. They also threw the ball 31 times for 3 passing touchdowns and 320 yards through the air. And they were at 4 of 7 for 57% on third down. Now let's look at some of the leading players for the TCU Horned Frogs. Looking at your quarterback, DeMontre Wire, the junior redshirt quarterback starting for the first time in his career. Went 24-31 for 77%. He also had 320 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns and only 1 interception. Jumping over, Brian Capers, the sophomore redshirt running back, starting for the LaDainian Tomlinson Jr., who made his exit after his senior season to the NFL and was a first-round draft choice. He ran the ball 10 times for 243 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. He also had 4 20-plus rushes, and he only played in the first 2 quarters of the game. Your passing leader on the day for receptions is going to be Jonathan Alavi. The senior redshirt wide receiver had 6 catches for 129 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. Now looking over at the defense, your leading tackler was Ladarius Higdon, the senior redshirt cornerback, who had 12 tackles and he also had a pass breakup. Then when you jump down, your 2 middle linebackers, Brian McCluster and Sophia Jewell, had 11 tackles and 10 tackles respectively, and Jewell had 2 tackles for loss and half a sack. Now looking at your sack leader for defense on the day, Nicholas Fantas, the left outside linebacker, junior redshirt, had an amazing day with 6 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. That's the breakdown I got for you folks. I'm going to give you a little more breakdown. 17-14 FIU after the first. TCU couldn't do anything right except for run the ball. In the second quarter, TCU put up 21 and held FIU to 7 to take a 35-24 lead into the half. But that's when the defense decided it was time to show up, and they blanked FIU in the second half of the game and put up 24 points on offense. For a final score, TCU 59, FIU 24. If TCU can take anything from this game, it's the fact that the backup running back that has stepped in and playing for LaDainian Tomlinson Jr. has started off better than LaDainian Tomlinson Jr. had in his 4 years starting for the Horned Frogs. We hope it's a good season, folks. We hope we get some rushing yards. We hope our quarterback can step in and make some throws. But it's going to be tough if the defense keeps up getting gashed and giving up yards like they did today against a shit team like Florida International. Anyways, that's been your Horned Frog Podcast. This is Coach Dub signing off from Fort Worth.